To play in the game. Ohio State leading 21-14. Missouri with a first and goal on the 8-yard line. Now Pete Woods cannot hear. Lyman and Woody Hayes holding his hands up. As we mentioned before, the crowd actually can be penalized, the home crowd, if the booing and the noise continues to prevent the visiting quarterback from hearing the signals. I guarantee you, no one has left the Ohio Stadium.
I don't believe so. Probably none of our families have left the Hearns building either.
Again, Woods cannot hear. Now the crowd trying to slow the momentum of Missouri. And Woody Hayes again onto the field. Now, when I was in Washington, D.C., when I interviewed the Washington coach, George Allen, he used to lecture his fans once in a while on television. Maybe the Ohio fans will get a lecture from Coach Hayes sometime next week.
First down and goal to go.
Wide slot to the left. It is Woods. Woods down to the 3-yard line, and the clock shows 54, 53, 52 seconds to go in the football game. Now 48 seconds to play in the game. Clock running. 45 seconds to play. It'll be second and goal from the 3. A pulsating finish at the Ohio Stadium.
Time is still running there. It's 36 seconds, 35 seconds, 33.
And again, Woods cannot hear, and that will stop the clock. Now the fans here giving Missouri a break, because, am I right on this? The clock will not start until the play begins now.
I don't believe so. I think he has to start it on snap.
So the Ohio crowd actually helping Missouri by stopping the clock. You had to think that would save 3 or 4 seconds right there. Woods putting his arms up just as the Tigers hit the line of scrimmage. Stewart wide to the left. The lone wide man way to the left. Everyone else in tight. Here comes Brown. Here comes Brown. He's down to about the 2-yard line. 24. 23 seconds to play. 21 seconds to play.
Didn't get out rounds.
15. Now the clock stopped with 16 seconds to play. It'll be third down and goal at the 1. Ohio State 21, Missouri 14 with 16 seconds to play.
Ball still on about the 2-yard line here. It's just forward of the 2.
Remember now, on most of these same stations, Clay Cooper and yours truly, Dwayne Dow, will be doing the Nebraska and the Oklahoma games on late-night television. I didn't think we'd see anything more exciting than that Southern Cal game, but we've seen it here today.
Well, this was a ball game in which it could have gone either way here in the second half. Missouri has really had the initiative here in the second half, played great football defensively and offensively, and it's shown a tremendous lot of courage in coming back and carrying really the fight to Ohio State. This has been Missouri's second half. I don't care what happens here in the next 16 seconds. Missouri has really played some fine football here this afternoon.
There's Pete Woods addressing the troops. 10, Leo Lewis. 25, Kurt Brown. 76 in there, James Taylor. Sure, there's a lot of noise back in the Hearns building on the University of Missouri campus right now. 16 seconds to play. Clock is stopped until the ball is put in play. Woods going to the air.
Touchdown! Great play. Perfect play to Leo Lewis. Look at that. Great play. Already signaled a touchdown. Look at that.
Let's watch it again.
All right. Woods laid it in there in great shape. Look at here. Right over the head of the defender. Great catch by Leo Lewis. Sophomore split receiver. What a play.
The ball came loose, but it was after the play. And the touchdown brings Missouri up to within a point. So, 12 seconds to play in the game. Missouri can win it.
Okay, let me ask you this. Are they going for 1 or 2?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I don't know.
They've gone over to the hash mark. There looks like they'll probably try for 2.
Well, here you start thinking about maybe a bowl game invitation later. Clay, if they go for 2 and don't make it, the head coach, I suppose, is panned. If he goes for 2 and he makes it, then he's a hero. It's a very tough decision for Coach Al Onofrio, and I would not want to make it.
Well, it's just according to how much prestige you think you have out of a tie. You know, they say a tie is like kissing your sister, that it really doesn't do you a lot of good. But in this case, we made a tremendous comeback in the second half, and so maybe you should reward your team with a tie. So, I mean, it's pro and con on what you should do here. I'm not sure whether they have decided at this point. The coaches are down there and have conferred. They've got Pete Woods over there talking to him again. So it's really, I believe that they're going to go for 2. I have no prior knowledge of what they will do, though.
Lewis had that ball long enough. The Buckeyes did not complain. Caught that ball at the far reaches of the end zone. And quite a call by Pete Woods as everyone else was looking for the run. And now Missouri's going to try to win the football game. Missouri's going to try to win it. Incomplete.
Flag! A flag!
There's a flag on the play. Flag on the play. Oh, holding against Ohio State.
Flag on Ohio State. Holding up the receiver. Ohio State called for holding the receiver downfield. So down to the 1.5-yard line. Now what do you do? Do you try to run it, or do you again try to throw that sprint out pass?
Here it is.
Here's Pete Woods sprinting out, looking for a receiver. They had a flooded zone over there. He's temporarily kept from going wide. They contained it, and then he dropped the ball just a little bit over the head of Curtis Brown.
Woody Hayes, one of his more anxious moments. Missouri, 1.5 yards away of going ahead with 12 seconds to play in the game.
Ohio State wants timeout.
Call time.
Defensive captain coming off, wants to talk it over. Ed Thompson. High drama here in Buckeye Stadium. Missouri on the 1.5-yard line. Will they kick it, or will they go for 2 again, Dwayne? What do you think here?
Well, I think Coach Onofrio, obviously going for 2 points there, will try it again. I think he feels that it's been a great Missouri effort, win or lose, so why not try to win it, apparently.
I'd go for 2. I think he's going to go for 2 again.
There's the Missouri sideline, and there is the man from Los Angeles, California, head coach of Missouri, Al Onofrio. The architect.
He's been in Missouri a long time. He's done an excellent job. He's brought this team along well. I know a lot of people thought they looked bad last week against Illinois, but this is a fine football team. They're going to win a lot of games, and they're great representatives.
This is the football game. Extra point try. Woods on the keeper. Woods fighting.
Woods in there. He's in there for 2.
Missouri leads.
2 points. How about Pete Woods, huh?
Jubilation on the far side. The Missouri Tigers go wild. 12 seconds to play in the game. Here it is again, Clay Cooper.
Was that great effort by Pete Woods? Look at him. He's hit on the 2. Fights on into the end zone. Now, what about that for a young quarterback?
One of the most memorable efforts by a single player in Missouri football history.
I tell you what, aren't you proud of Pete Woods? He showed a lot of great poise. Getting that 2 points in there, and you got to hand it to the Missouri staff. They gambled They went on in there and they got that 2 points, and they now lead Ohio State by 1 point. They got to cover this kick, though. The ball game is never over. Here's Pete Woods laying that touchdown pass in there to Leo Lewis. A great lob pass and a great catch by Leo. Look at him, stay in bounds. Tremendous play.
And he did hold the ball long enough for
Hey,
the
is that
score.
football? I ask you, gentlemen.
I'll tell you, back at the Hearns building where the Missouri Tigers play basketball and where we're sending this closed-circuit telecast today, they have to be raising the roof right now. Let's watch it one more time on the extra point attempt. What tremendous
Look at Pete Woods dive in that end zone. 2 men hanging on him. He still made the 2 points good.
Now Missouri leads Ohio State 22-21. There are 12 seconds to play in the game. And as you just pointed out, against this team, you never know. Kick going back to the end zone. Bringing it
Timed
back.
under down around the 19-yard line.
Matt
Great
Jackson.
coverage. 5 seconds to go. 5 seconds left in the ball game.
Clay, I would say that Ohio State now has to depart from its usual offense.
Well, I'm sure they're going to throw the football, which is unbecoming a Woody Hayes team. Missouri will be in some sort of prevent defense, and it's going to be difficult for him to move the length of the field here, or 80 yards for a touchdown in 5 seconds.
On my left, my fine color commentator, the director of recruiting for the University of Missouri athletic program, Clay Cooper, is standing. He stood up just before the touchdown, and he hasn't resumed his seating. 22-21 in favor of Missouri. And it must be the television cameras or something, because whenever the cameras go on this year, the Tigers just play with tremendous effort.
Well, I was thinking it was that. I also was thinking that it might be a little bit the Missouri team, but again, I was going to say that maybe you and I doing the telecast might be a big help to them.
I don't have to take any of the credit, neither do you. We're just happy to be here. The last loss for Ohio State at home was in 1971 to a fine Northwestern team coached by my good friend Alex Agassi, 14-10. Northwestern had an excellent year that year. 5 seconds to play. Gerald going all the way. Incomplete. The clock showing no time remaining. The game is over.
The game is over and Missouri wins.
The upset team has done it again. Missouri, the giant killer. Off goes Woody Hayes, shaking hands with number 9, Tim Gibbons, the kicker. And off go the triumphant Tigers. Do you believe it? After the victory over Southern Cal, then the disappointing loss to Illinois, and now the